It's that time of the week again. I'm Theo, and we've got 3 must-try city builders waiting for you. So let's get cracking. Yet another relaxing management demo that offers a good chunk of playtime. Foundation is a laid-back city builder that checks all of the basic stuff you'll need to have a good time. Like most titles in the genre, you'll often get a sense of intimidation when learning about the different resources and infrastructure you have to manage in your village. Fortunately, Foundation is one of the good ones. Good ones in a sense where the game takes its time to let you lean into each aspect of gameplay. Objectives allow you to get into it at a decent pace, and there are plenty of helpful tutorials and UI pop-ups to help you get around. Cutting down trees, producing food, trading with nearby villages, managing villagers' happiness, and eventually having to procure materials that require prerequisite resources to produce isn't anything new to the genre. But the game looks polished and the minute-to-minute gameplay is executed well enough. One thing I do find unique is how villager housing isn't done manually by the player. Instead, you can highlight an entire area and the builders themselves will organize the necessary homes within that vicinity. It does wonders in making my village look neat, albeit at the cost of feeling the rewards of doing it manually. The visuals also look nice and the music's relaxing vibe definitely tells you that the game wants you to have a laid-back experience. Overall, Foundation is a chill game and is very willing to respect your pace. For a demo, it's a really good deal to get this kind of quality gaming that you can stretch for more than a few hours. If you're in the mood for a cute management game, Crowncity is worth considering. Sure, it may look cute on the surface with all those chibi villagers, but it's quite an in-depth city builder. The demo has you play as a feudal lord of the Roman Empire, and to no one's surprise, you're tasked with managing an underdeveloped territory. The first few hours have you sorting out the basics, where to put the castle, constructing housing, creating orchards, and even using up tiles to ensure the would-be city's water supply. That all looks pretty clean from the get-go. Creating roads is also up to you, and it's satisfying to see the works actually use the pathways. Then you realize the travel time actually matters. And you realize that urban planning is something you have to worry about. Before you know it, the city gets visibly crowded and busy. A few tutorials later, regarding cattle, wool, winter storage, paper, religion, taxation, and foreign trade, things start to get challenging. And just when you think you had it all managed, another layer of gameplay starts to introduce itself. What do you mean there's a fire risk? And I gotta build an admin building for architectural security? The citizens are bored. I can just make a theater. Then you're suddenly told that you need to develop a printing press that specializes in making scripts, and the citizens get antsy before you can even stage a production, costing you funds from the treasury. What I'm trying to say is that Crowncity is a decent management game, and any game worth playing in this genre is going to have its engaging set of challenges and economic layers that the player has to go through. It's an exciting game to learn, and we can only imagine how much more depth players will have to go through on the full release later this year. If there's anything that makes my day, it's discovering a demo like Roman Triumph that offers dozens of hours of gameplay. So, Roman Triumph Survival City Builder is a survival city builder based on Roman Triumph. No? Okay. Jokes aside, the name speaks for itself. It's a game about establishing a Roman colony from the ground up. As you can expect, there are a lot of things you have to think about. You have various types of resources to gather, with some having prerequisites for other types of materials. You'll need a lot of bricks to make that tavern, but bricks need to be produced from clay and wood. Just from that, you're already engaged in a more in-depth layer of resource gathering. You also have to think about upkeep, population management, food, and organized housing for that ever-increasing population. Roman infrastructures, taxes, fortification against external threats, law enforcement, citizens' comfort. Whew, you get the point. It's an in-depth management game. What I loved about the game was that it never felt too intimidating. Yes, there's a lot of UI going on the screen as you can see, but the game makes it easy for you to find out what you need to do next. Highlighting the various materials on the screen will tell you exactly how to get them, and the descriptions on each infrastructure tells you everything you need to know. It's an organized game that makes it easy to lean into its complexities without sacrificing its, well, complexities. One of the most interesting parts about this game is that it also features mythological aspects, so having to deal with the Hydra or Minotaurs is a thing. The gods also play an interesting dynamic to your actions and will influence the kind of divine intervention you will receive. Ceres wasn't too happy that I never made that temple in time, so she set one of my farms on fire. But then again, she did help preserve my crops during the winter, which saved a lot of lives. The presence of Roman gods is a great spin and just adds a divine kind of risk-reward dynamic. To put it plainly, Roman Triumph was a great experience, and would gladly recommend it to any fan of city builders and management games. Turns out Rome can be built in a day. Phew, I worked up an appetite after managing cities, but that was a day well spent. The links for all these demos are down below, so check them out for yourselves. Of course, if you enjoyed that, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe to our channel. This has been Thea, and I think there's another farm on fire. Okay, bye!